You are looking for a companion and cannot decide whether to buy a cute puppy from a breeder or adopt one from a shelter. Many factors need to be considered when making this decision. Shelters are becoming crowded and innocent dogs are getting euthanized due to not being adopted within a certain amount of days. Pet overpopulation is a serious reason to consider adopting. If you think buying a dog from a breeder is the better option, think again. Dogs from a breeder are expensive and can have many issues physically and emotionally due to the level of neglect they receive before going to their forever home. Shelters are inexpensive and you can help save a life when you adopt, which is why I recommend it over dogs that were bred. Pet overpopulation has become a serious problem over the last decade. There are many puppies being born who are unwanted in homes which result in litters of puppies being brought to shelters. Dogs can end up in shelters over their lifetime for various reasons. Firstly, they can get lost from their owner and do not have proper identification, like an ID tag. People also get dogs and then come to realize they're a lot of responsibility, so they surrender them. Owners not having enough time to take care of a dog, moving, lifestyle changes, and health issues are just a few of the many reasons why dogs are in shelters. Back in December, I was indecisive about which puppy to buy from a breeder. After weeks at looking at different breeders, I decided on a golden doodle in South Carolina that was $1,800. This meant I would have to drive 5 hours, spend money on gas, food, and a hotel room for the night, and the puppy. The week before I was supposed to take my trip, I decided to check out local shelters. The shelter was crowded and I wanted to take every single one home. I came across this 8-week-old pit bull boxer mix that weighed 3.4 pounds. Instantly, I fell in love, and 7 months later, I am so thankful that I adopted instead of buying from a breeder. Nonetheless, breeders and breeding facilities are not what they are cracked up to be. The mass breeding of dogs for the commercial pet market results in big operations called puppy mills. Many of these facilities are not regularly checked by people of high authority. This results in lack of food and water, veterinary care, exercise, and proper housing. These mills see each animal produced as a sale. Thus, puppy mills are more fascinated with the quantity over these animals rather than the quality of their life, meaning their health. Dogs are bred repeatedly under horrible conditions and frequently constricted to cages for years until they are of no more use to the people overseeing the births of these litters. Most individuals that do buy from a breeder are oblivious to the breeding conditions as well as the physical and psychological health of their dog. Usually, dogs bought from a breeder are purchased based on their looks and no further thought is surfaced by the consumer. I saw a picture as I walked into the shelter back in late December. It read, "It is simple math," at the top with 2 columns directly under it that compared money that would be spent on a rescue dog versus a bred dog. Under the rescue dog column, it stated the following: adoption fees can be anywhere from $75 to $250. With shots, a microchip, plus the dog surgery to become spayed or neutered, and that is all included. Total purchase would be $75 to $250. Opposite to that column, under the purchase dog file, it displayed purchases anywhere from $250 to $3,000. Shots are at least $100. To get the dog microchipped is $25 to $55, and a spay or neuter surgery may cost from $75 to $200. Total purchase would be $450 to $3,355. Based on this poster, there is a potential saving of $375 to $3,105 if you adopt. The one quote at the bottom of the propaganda that moved me to take that little 8-week puppy home was, "Don't shop, adopt. Save money and save lives." Adopting is ultimately easier financially. When I got my puppy, I paid $300. This included the dog, a bed, collar, leash, 4-pound bag of food, her shots up to date, insurance, a microchip, her surgery to become spayed, and 1 free exam at a vet. Upon that free vet visit, she got more shots, an exam, and a bag full of goodies. If I had gone through with the other puppy, I would have spent over $2,000 and all I would have gotten was the dog. Looking back at my experience, I will never regret adoption. I encourage you to check out shelters if you are in the market for a pet so you can not only find your furry friend and companion, but you save a life as well.